Hello, I'm Kevin from Crypto MY. In today's episode, let's talk about Cardano price prediction today, and let's stay tuned. As we know, Cardano has launched its smart contract on this 12th of September. It was a successful hard fork. As you can see here on the coin telegraph, Cardano has completed its Alonzo hard fork to introduce Pluto's powered smart contract script. So it is successful, very successful. There is no much of bad comments. There is no such thing or whatever haters that stated earlier saying that the smart contract cannot do this, cannot do that. Everything is untrue. And when this actually launched on the day itself, many developers seems to have no negative feedbacks regarding the smart contract. I could say that this is a very successful release for Cardano. Congrats to Charles, who successfully launched this with his team, and I believe that it takes a lot of time, a lot of manpower, knowledge, efforts to bring this out to the community. What really happens is, I believe that most of you guys will find out, well, like, hey, since that the Alonzo hard fork has released, why did the Cardano is not surging up at all? Looking at the chart, you can see that ADA is not doing anything at all. During the launch itself, it just went all the way up to $2.80, then it falls all the way back down to where is it right now. Are you gonna be very worried? The question is whether or not are you a long-term holder. Look at here, you can see that right now the Cardano is doing a consolidation, a very major consolidation around this area. This is a 1 hour time frame. You can see it was struggling around this area for quite some time. It's been days, 2 days I believe, struggling around this area, trying not to go below this $2.30. Is it a good news or bad news? I would say that it's 50-50%. You can see this is a very obvious symmetrical triangle, and symmetrical triangle pattern usually comes with two ways, either it's going down or going upwards. But based on my technical analysis, based on my opinion, I believe that Cardano has the possibility to go all the way up again. Why? Because as I stated in my previous video, the smart contract release on the 12th of September is just the beginning. Okay, this is a beginning where the developers will start to come in and test this smart contract by stages. So it takes time for the ADA to grow. I actually mentioned earlier in my previous video, if you guys haven't watched my previous video yet, I'll put down the link at below, or I'll put it somewhere around here. You can actually watch it. So I actually stated that it takes some time to grow even after the launch of the smart contract. Doesn't mean that once it launched, then it will fly all the way to $4, $5, $10, $20. It has the possibility, but I would say that the chances is very low, because if you look at the history of the Mary hard fork of ADA, during the Mary hard fork of ADA, when it launched, it doesn't seem to have any good bullish sign pushing all the way up, like skyrocketing. It doesn't have. Okay, it doesn't have at all. Despite it just went all the way down for a period of time, and then it suddenly just skyrocket all the way up. So in this case, I believe that it's quite similar. The case is very similar, whereby it will just go all the way down to the support level, and then the developers and all the community will start to use this, and slowly when people start realizing this benefit, these advantages of this smart contract, then the ADA will skyrocket like nobody business. I mean, this is just my opinion. Based on this hourly chart, it seems like it's consolidating around this area. It's doing a symmetrical triangle going up and down non-stop. And you can see that the RSI seems to be around 50 level. Consider a bullish signal, not to say a very strong bullish signal, but it has been consolidating around this area for quite some time. And looking at the 4 hour chart, you can see this is a very obvious symmetrical triangle. whereby it was consolidating around this area. So really what happens is, if the ADA managed to just break above or close above this symmetrical triangle, then you could see a very possibility it could just go all the way up to this $2.60 all the way to $2.80, and then it will test this resistance zone. This is considered a major resistance zone. Why? Because this is a double top pattern, and I believe that this is a very strong major resistance right around this area. So in order for it to break through, it must first close above this major resistance zone in order to go all the way up to this $3. Okay, sounds very reasonable based on technical data. It look like the RSI is still floating. You can see that it's still consolidating. It doesn't seem to have any big movement at all. And let's check out what happened to Bitcoin first before we summarize about ADA. Okay, because as we know, Bitcoin really affects the whole crypto market. If Bitcoin falls, then most of the cryptocurrencies falls. So what really happens is, let's look at the Bitcoin chart. On the other side, on the Bitcoin chart, it seems like it is doing a very positive move going all the way up. You can see that this is a reversal pattern. This is a reversal pattern whereby it's trying to close above this 47,000 area. If Bitcoin managed to just close around this area, okay, let this draw it out for you. If the candlestick just go all the way up here, and then it starts to just floats around this area, and then it rejects back again, then this area I think it's around 48,000, make it more clear. If it just close and just stays around 48,000, then most likely you could see that Bitcoin could continue to surge further up. Further up, how high? Maybe 50,000, maybe 55,000, maybe 53,000. And I believe that the first resistance zone will be the 50,000 area, and this will be the major resistance zone. This is a much more on the psychology level of trading, and 50,000 is an even number, so I make it 50,000. In order for it to go further up, I believe that it must break through this 50,000 before it go all the way up to 53,000. So let's say if Bitcoin really goes all the way up to this 48,000 or close above this 40,000, then most likely ADA will follow Bitcoin move to go even higher. Same goes to other coins. I believe the other coins are right now, some are going down, some are consolidating. I don't see there is a lot of cryptos that are bullish right now. I think Tron is one of the cryptos that is bullish compared to other tokens. So as summary itself, I believe that Bitcoin, in order for cryptocurrencies to continue to surge up, it needs to break through this resistance zone first before it goes further up. And don't forget, as we know, this is just my research, every year on the September itself, the trading tends to be very low compared to other months. During the September itself, last year or the last following years, you can see that during the September itself, it's either the cryptos will go all the way down during a bearish move, or it's consolidating. It doesn't have any type of signals, confirmation signals to confirm whether it's a bullish trend or a bearish trend. Most of the time, or during the September, it's much more low trading volumes, very undecisive whether to go up to go down. So I will be monitoring from time to time to check whether this overall crypto signal is going to go in the bullish way or in the bearish way. But most likely I could say that I wouldn't know right now, but seems like the RSI is quite bullish. So it will try a few more times to break above before it just plunge all the way back down. Okay, so if it really managed to just go all the way up, closing above, then it is a very good signal. And yeah, coming back to this ADA, I think that Bitcoin needs to do something in order for ADA to move, to have a confirmation whether to go further down or further up. Based on opinion, I believe that 70% will go up, 30% will go down. And you ask me whether this $5 or $10 range, is it possible to achieve this year or not? I would say very possible, because once the smart contract means people start to realize and people start to give good feedbacks, positive feedbacks, and brings a lot of developers, and that is where the trading volumes will go up. How high would it go? I would say $5 is very reasonable pricing for ADA to achieve. $10 maybe yes, maybe not. Okay, so it's really depending on how strong and how bullish and how exposed is this ADA to the worldwide. So I think that's all for today's episode. If you like my episode today, remember to click like, share, and subscribe. Gonna see you guys soon, and goodbye.